Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us here at Southern Arizona Reptile Rescue and Education. Today we're going to highlight our European giant legless lizard. This is Olive, and Olive is also known as a Sheltopusic. These guys can sometimes be found in the pet trade. They're not extremely popular. I think a lot of people just kind of overlook them as a snake, but this is actually a giant legless lizard. Now, a lot of people ask me, Cressy, if it's a reptile and it has no legs, why don't we just call it a snake? Well, there's 4 things that differentiate a snake from a lizard. And those 4 things do not even include the fact whether or not it has legs. Those 4 things are going to be eyelids. So as you can see, Olive here has eyelids. Snakes do not have eyelids. The next thing is external ear openings. It's a little bit hard to see on Olive, but she does have external ear openings. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are a little bit wiggly. Can't fault them for that, but there's those ear openings. And the third thing is going to be that snakes will have that special ligament that helps them open very, very widely so that they can swallow prey that is larger than their head. And lizards do not have that. And very lastly, lizards will have a short body and a long tail, and snakes will have a long body and a short tail. And the way that we determine where the body ends and the tail begins is going to be a little tricky when there's no legs to point it out easily for us, but we can always go right to the cloaca or vent opening that is on the underside, and then we would be able to locate the end of the body and the beginning of the tail. These Sheltopusics or European giant legless lizards in the wild are found throughout Europe up into Southeast Asia. They can reach a length of 4 feet. They are not readily bred in the pet trade. I have really not seen anybody that has been able to breed them. If you know of anybody that is breeding them, comment down below and tell us. We would like to get some information from them just so that we can include it in our educational programs. Also, these guys are somewhat fossorial. They do like to hide. They do like to be underneath things, leaf litter, logs, dead grass, and they eat fairly small prey since, like I said, their mouth does not open very large, so they're going to eat things like arthropods, snails, small lizards, very, very small, or nestling rodents, possibly small lizards, but fairly small prey. In captivity, they are also regularly fed a canned food mix, which can include something such as a premium canned dog food or canned snails or crickets. And they do seem to get along when there's one or more in an enclosure. I've never seen any actual fighting or issues with them. They just kind of ignore each other. I have also never really seen any type of inclination that they were interested in breeding. So that may be part of the problem, why they're not often captively bred. I do know that these guys will become more active in the wild after a rain. And that could possibly be due to the fact that that's when their food supply becomes more active. So the rains may bring out the insects, which in turn will bring out the legless lizards. Now, here in the United States, we do have our own version of a legless lizard that is found in the southeastern part of the country, and it is an eastern glass lizard or glass snake. I see it termed as both of those names, but it is a legless lizard that has adopted the nickname of glass snake due to the fact that these legless lizards can also lose their tails due to tail autotomy, and that creates myths among the public that the animal shattered, and then it grows back a regenerated tail, and puts itself back together. A lot of unique and interesting myths go along with reptiles, as we know. But anyway, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for watching. Glad you had the opportunity to meet Olive, our European giant legless lizard. She's a beauty here. And thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.